The Zephyrian harvester fleet descended upon Kepler 442b like vultures upon carrion. Their bioships, massive organic constructs that resembled twisted coral formations, blotted out the twin suns as they entered the planet's atmosphere. For the Zephyrians, this was routine. Another primitive world to strip of its biological resources, another species to catalog and process. Commander Vexith regarded the blue-green planet through the translucent membrane of his flagship's observation deck. The preliminary scans had been promising. Abundant flora, diverse fauna, and a recently evolved bipedal species that showed minimal technological advancement. Perfect for harvesting. The surface dwellers appear to have achieved basic metallurgy and combustion engines, reported his subordinate, Kelra, her chitinous fingers dancing across the bio-neural interface. No signs of spacefaring capability or energy weapons. Standard harvesting protocols should suffice. Vexith's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. The Zephyrian Empire had perfected the art of biological harvesting across 3 galactic arms. They would descend, deploy their neural dampening fields to pacify the local population, then systematically extract every useful organism. The sentient species, these humans as they called themselves, would be processed for their unique neural patterns and genetic material. What the Zephyrians didn't know was that Dr. Sarah Chen had been expecting them. 3 months earlier, the Human Deep Space Monitoring Station at L4 had detected gravitational anomalies consistent with faster-than-light travel. While Earth's governments debated the implications, Chen, a xenobiologist turned resistance coordinator, had quietly begun preparations. She understood what humanity was facing. Her analysis of the energy signatures matched theoretical models of predatory alien civilizations. "They're coming to harvest us," she had told the Emergency Council, "not to conquer or negotiate, to strip our world clean." Now, as the alien bioship settled into harvest formation, Chen activated the first phase of Operation Defiance. The Zephyrians began their descent with practiced efficiency. Biopods containing harvester drones launched from the mother ships, programmed to establish processing centers in major population zones. But as the first pods breached the atmosphere, they encountered something unexpected. The humans were gone. Every major city stood empty. Streets that should have been teeming with panicked biologicals contained nothing but abandoned vehicles and scattered belongings. The harvester drone's neural dampening fields activated automatically, but found no minds to suppress. Vexith's confidence wavered. "Kellera, expand the search parameters. They must be hiding in underground shelters." But the underground networks they discovered were equally vacant. The Zephyrians had encountered fleeing populations before, species that scattered to remote areas when harvest fleets arrived. But this was different. This was coordinated. This was planned. Dr. Chen watched the alien movements from her command bunker, buried 3 kilometers beneath the Rockies. Around her, 100 scientists and engineers monitored displays showing the positions of every Zephyrian vessel. The evacuation had taken 2 months to complete. 13 billion humans relocated to prepared shelters in the deepest ocean trenches, underground complexes, and remote polar installations. "Harvester drones are spreading out," reported Lieutenant Morrison. "They are following the search pattern our models predicted." Chen nodded. The Zephyrians were creatures of habit. Their harvesting protocols were efficient but rigid. They expected compliance, not resistance. "Initiate Phase 2, she ordered. Across the planet, hidden weapon systems came online. Not the energy weapons or rail guns that a spacefaring civilization might deploy, but something the Zephyrians had never encountered. Weaponized human ingenuity. The first strike came from the ocean depths. Modified nuclear submarines, their hulls, reinforced with experimental metamaterials, rose from the deep-carrying payloads of weaponized plasma torpedoes. The Zephyrians' bioships, for all their organic adaptability, had never evolved defenses against concentrated hydrogen fusion. Commander Vexith watched in shock as 3 of his harvester vessels simply vanished. No energy signatures, no warning, just brilliant flashes of light that left twisted metal debris raining from the sky. "Impossible," Kelra whispered. The scans showed no advanced technology, but the humans had learned something the Zephyrians hadn't anticipated. That intelligence and determination could compensate for technological disadvantage. While the aliens had been perfecting biotechnology over millennia, humans had spent the last century learning to kill each other with ever-increasing efficiency. Phase 3 began as modified aircraft, crop dusters and cargo planes fitted with chemical dispersal systems emerged from hidden bunkers. They released clouds of genetically targeted toxins that Dr. Chen's team had synthesized from captured Zephyrian biomatter found in the advanced scout ships. The organic components of the alien vessels began to sicken and die. "Retreat!" Vexith commanded. But it was too late. The humans had planned for this moment, too. From hidden launch sites across the globe, improvised kinetic weapons, essentially telephone poles with rocket engines, streaked toward the fleeing bioships. The Zephyrians' defensive systems designed to intercept energy weapons and bio-warfare agents were helpless against simple mass moving at extreme velocity. As his flagship shuddered under impact, Vexith finally understood the magnitude of their miscalculation. These humans weren't just another primitive species to be harvested. They were survivors. They were warriors. They were problem solvers who treated extinction-level threats as engineering challenges to be overcome. The few surviving Zephyrian vessels limped away from Kepler 442b, their bio-neural networks burning with trauma patterns that would warn the Empire for generations. The humans were not prey. Dr. Chen emerged from her bunker 3 days later to find a world transformed. The alien debris would provide humanity with technological insights that would accelerate their development by centuries. But more importantly, they had proven something to themselves and to the galaxy beyond. Humanity would not go quietly into the dark. As she stood beneath the twin suns, watching the last traces of alien biomatter burn away in the atmosphere, Chen smiled grimly. The Zephyrians had come to harvest a human world. They had learned instead what it meant to be human, to face impossible odds and refuse to surrender, to turn every disadvantage into a weapon, to look at a superior enemy and ask not, "How do we survive?" but "How do we win?" The rebellion's first strike had been a complete success, but Chen knew it was only the beginning. The galaxy was about to learn that humanity was not just another species to be cataloged and consumed. They were the storm that broke the harvester's cycle,